The best part of Ben Affleck's 2016 action movie is set to become the main story of The Accountant 2, making me even more excited for this highly anticipated sequel. As The Accountant 2's release date draws closer, more and more pieces of the story of Affleck's Christian Wolf and his continued life as the accountant to the criminal underworld rise to the surface, adding more anticipation for the sequel after its 9-year wait. The Accountant 2's CinemaCon footage showed a taste of what audiences can expect from the sequel, which took a while to happen but eventually moved forward at Amazon. The footage for The Accountant 2 included the same level of inventive action as the original film, highlighting returning characters as well as new ones. However, the biggest selling point of the sequel is that O'Connor brings back one of the best characters from the first movie who also had one of the shortest parts in the original, John Bernthal's Brax. After barely interacting in The Accountant, the sequel is all about Ben Affleck and John Bernthal together. Bernthal and Affleck's characters had only one scene together in The Accountant. John Bernthal and John Lithgow look at something in the distance, surprised. Although they barely interacted in the first film, The Accountant 2 will focus on Affleck and Bernthal's brotherly bond as they unravel a mystery together, adding a new layer to the franchise. Bernthal's character Brax only appears in a few small moments and one major scene in The Accountant, fighting Affleck's Christian off after he infiltrates the mansion he is guarding. The two's fight is both physically and emotionally powerful as they discuss their childhood and divergent paths, reconciling and working together by the end. The last we see of Brax is after Christian asks him to meet in a week's time, but the film does not showcase their reunion despite otherwise wrapping the story's remaining plot threads up nicely. As a result, getting to finally see the brothers working together for an entire film is the most exciting angle for The Accountant 2 since their brief interaction in the first movie worked so well. Since The Accountant only scratched the surface of the two brothers, the sequel will feel fresh. The Accountant 2 will not fall into the trap of other action sequels. By focusing on the brothers and their interactions more, The Accountant 2 will be able to remain fresh and engaging for those who loved the original as well as dodge a common action film sequel mistake. More often than not, action film sequels can feel somewhat repetitive story-wise due to some of the limits of the genre. Though a few aspects of The Accountant 2 do mirror the original, the fact that Berntthal now has a much bigger role means that the sequel will be different enough from the 2016 film that AS mentioned. The Wolf brothers' relationship was only touched upon in the first film. Fleshing it out more in the sequel means The Accountant 2 can play into tropes from the buddy movie genre, which is a fun direction to take Ben Affleck's character after the first movie, even more so given that Anna Kendrick's Dana is not returning. Ultimately, The Accountant 2 can use this new dynamic to not only add more of what audiences want from a sequel but also showcase that this could be a franchise.